My name's Owen Gillsleeve. I'm an illustrator, designer and maker based in London. Everything I do is handmade, predominantly using paper, and so a lot of my illustrations are approached in a paper cutting manner. After graduating, I spent 3 months in New York. I was assisting an illustrator called Mario Hugo. He was setting up an advertising agency over there, and I did 3 days a week just helping him. And that was great because it was the first time I'd ever spent any time with a freelancer. Until then, I'd always had work experience at big design agencies. So it's really great getting to see how freelancers work. And I think that got me really excited about that world and made me realise that's what I wanted to do myself. So yeah, after that I moved to London and just thought I'd give it a go.
I'm James Dorr, mainly commercial illustrator, artist. Yeah, really kind of known for doing photo collage based work, and kind of image making. I suppose just the way you kind of combine imagery and almost kind of notice when accidents occur, how to sort of channel them and turn them into interesting compositions. And yeah, maybe composition as well is quite a sort of strength, I'd say. Yeah, and just sort of working into imagery, sort of levels of detail that I use sometimes when I kind of create my work.
I'm Toby Triumph. I'm an illustrator from Yorkshire, and I live and work in London. My style is very intricate and sort of detailed and neat illustrations laced with wit and humour, sort of undercut that process. I think that's the best way I'd describe it. It's a lot of effort put into the illustration, and then one sort of element of humour can undercut that whole thing.
My name's Kira Phelan. I'm a freelance illustrator and sometimes textile designer. I mainly work in collage. I used to do some paper craft, but mainly it's collage now, either digitally or hand cut, sort of scalpeled and assembled collage, but that's mainly what I'm interested in.
Been freelancing now for about 6 years. I graduated in 2008 and sort of quite quickly after then decided to try and move into the sort of freelance illustration world. And there were, times where I just didn't have any work at all, and that was obviously quite scary. So it's like, well, what do I do? Getting more shifts at the pub, just trying to cover and just trying not to freak out so much that I gave up. Because I think it would have been very easy just to be like, right, I'm going to leave this now, I'm just going to get a full-time job. But yeah, I just tried to stay positive. And yeah, it's taken a while, sort of many years of finding my way, but now eventually being able to do what I love full-time, which is great.
Yes, I've been freelance since 2007. When I left uni, I sort of just got in contact with a couple of agencies, sort of design agencies that did visual, a lot of kind of visual-based design work, and managed to get just help them out with a couple of record sleeves. And that led to other things, so and they expanded. They're a company called Love, and then they grew, became Village Green, and then started working on some bigger projects for sort of, Sky and Nike, and just from being around, it sort of turned from an internship into a, more like freelance role, which was, really great for sort of developing and just getting to know how business works in sort of creative industries, really.
I've been freelancing for 5 years, 5.5 years, something like that. And I graduated 6 years ago and went back up north to where my parents live and sort of redid my portfolio to get a lot of things in there that I felt I'd missed at university. Spent 6 months doing that and then moved to London with that fresh portfolio to take it around numerous magazines and agencies and be really happy with the work.
I've been freelancing for about 6 years now. Almost since I came out of university, but I worked as a designer for a year and then I went freelance after that. Yeah, I think it was really valuable just coming out of university, because I think when you're working on your projects at uni, you've got quite a lot of time, even though it does seem like you're inundated with project work. But being in a company kind of showed me how to manage my time better and to kind of focus my ideas and my thoughts, and also just how to organise yourself. Like, there's one part of it is being creative, but the other part is the business side, and I think that's really important, and that's probably the best thing that I learned from working.